We're back.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session on May 7th, 2025. If you're interested in joining us for our study sessions or for our tournaments, send an email to midatlanticvg@gmail.com. Okay, this is where we were last week. What is the score here? The score is we're leading on, oh no, sorry, we're not leading. It's a double match point because the cube has been turned two away, one away. All right, so we're just trying to win this game, and that's it. We're on the bar. Our opponent has a broken board. We have a nice outside five prime, and we got to come in first before we do anything. So I will take any suggestions for some candidate plays.
Just 23 point.
Okay,
I
423.
agree. Yes.
23.
23 squared. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to suggest another play, which is to keep those back checkers split.
Yeah, sure.
Bar
That's reasonable. And
28.
go 8-7, I presume.
Yeah.
Puts more pressure on that blood on the 19 for sure.
I'm also thinking in terms of escaping.
Oh, sure. That too. Yeah, that's
It
right.
sort of opens up different possibilities for escaping. I mean, they can both
That's
be
true.
escaped from the 23 point. Uh,
That's true. You don't get more escapes for 24-23, Jason.
no, you don't.
You
Yeah,
get less
true.
escapes.
Now that I notice it, even though they have four checkers back and we have two, we are only 9 pips ahead, so it's probably not enough to guarantee our victory. So yeah, maybe keeping them split is better. Yeah, I probably
Wait,
need to send more
we're only
back.
9 ahead. Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow. That's amazing.
it does trick the eye, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I would,
it's because we have so many pips tied up in this outside prime.
I guess, yeah, that's right. But those are good games to have checks.
Oops,
Those are very good
there
games
was
to have
some
checks.
microphonics going on, whatever you call it, like when there's echo. Uh, yeah, so I couldn't hear what was said though.
Well, I think we're poised to vote. I think we only have two candidate plays on the table here.
Um, let me go to Slido.
I went to Slido and saw like some other kind of thing that you could like it was like a quiz. It had nothing to do with backgammon, just some I put some random number like 1, 2, 3, 4. I went to some I've never seen in my life, and it was asking these questions about junk I knew nothing about. But it
Yeah,
showed A, B, C, and D. But once again, I could not select either A, B, C, or D. So I don't know what's
that's
wrong.
super strange.
Bill, do you have a Slido account or are you just going to the site?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure now. I thought I might have. I thought I made an account, but
Or you don't need an account to do this?
okay.
Yeah,
I put 1296, and I remember that.
All right, so the votes are to play 8 to 7.
I didn't do it today yet. Really? This was the vote. Huh. Interesting.
Let's see what XG has to
I
say.
thought 23 was better.
Well, it may well be better. We're going to find out here.
Yep.
Very slightly, XG likes
Yep.
making the 23 point a little bit
Very
more.
slight. Yeah. Very slight. Okay.
Okay, now they roll double threes. Okay, now we have double fives to play. All right, this should be interesting. Lots of good options here.
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
15, 10 twice. You can't. 23, 18, and he's stuck. Oh boy, wish we'd been 23 squared. That'd be for sure.
Yeah,
18
we'd be in a
twice,
lot better
10
shape.
twice for sure, but that's okay. Hmm. Wow. I think I like 9-4 twice and,
Yeah,
and 15-10 twice.
that's a good play.
That does look pretty good. That solves doesn't solve the problem, but it puts us back up in the race pretty nicely. Any other plays we might want to consider?
Mm, 7-2 thrice and 23-18 could be a contender.
If I'm doing 7-2 twice, I definitely want 9-4 twice to put two on the bar.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
I
all right.
agree. I agree.
Then
That's
there's
probably better.
9-4 twice hitting, and 7-2 twice hitting.
There is also like 7-2 three times and 23-18, but that's probably not necessary at the moment.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, let's look at the double hitting play. That's going to buy us a lot of time for sure.
yeah, that's why the 23-18 is not necessary. So yeah. Hmm.
We go back to the original. I've got 3 plays in there now.
And we also looked at 23 out and 15-10 once. And making the 4.
Okay, let me add that.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's a bit unnecessarily risky compared to the other 2 plays. Because even though it duplicates the 2 they need to enter, there's
It
quite a few
duplicates
numbers
twos
that
and fives.
You know, the argument for it, if you don't get a 5 or a 6 next time,
Hmm.
you probably have to do ugly things with the checkers.
Mhm.
So I just don't like anything that involves crunching.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's true.
Hmm.
Okay.
I, well, let me vote here.
I'm gonna look at Karen's play one more time. And here's the double hitting play. And then here's sort of the middling compromise.
There's one more I don't see on the list.
Okay, go ahead.
15-10 twice, 23-18, and 7-2.
Aha, yeah. Like that. Let me add that. So
Oh, interesting. I didn't see
23-18,
that one.
15-10 twice,
So
7-2.
I don't know XG as well as you guys do, but I suspect that it would want to make the 4-point. So, but I think this might be better.
Would
I
be.
think that's a very strong play. Interesting. Okay.
It makes a prime and buys some of the flexibility. I just got back in, but I heard what Karen talking about, not wanting to get stuck behind. It sort of gets that as well. So I like that.
Think I figured out a vote finally.
Bill Powell is in the house.
About time. Jesus.
All right, looks like we've identified a bunch of interesting plays. Let's vote.
There are no votes for the one I was about to vote for and change my mind.
No votes for making the 4-point and 2-point.
That's the one.
I wish we
I
could
think
do-
that's a very strong play, to be honest.
I wish we could do ranked choice voting in this.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
That would really force you to think about all the plays.
Yes. I like this one most, this one second most, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
So, Rich, since you just came in, notice this is DMP, which might not be immediately obvious because the cube is turned. So, yeah.
That's true. The double hit is probably stronger if gammons are in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if gammons were in play, I'd be going for that. Okay, has everybody voted?
Thank you, Eric.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, we got 7 votes in, and I think we're gonna go for this compromise play.
I mean, it does create a 6 prime. How bad can it be?
Right. It does create a
Six
six
prime and a hit
Yeah.
and a buying flexibility. I'm not sure that I call that a compromise.
and it pops a checker out. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's not
Uh,
what I voted for, but I'm not opposed to this. Okay. All right, let's find out. How did we do? Oh, it did not light up any color. That's a good sign. Huh. That looks pretty good.
Double hit was second.
So this is a different sort of double hit. So the double hit
yes.
that made 2 points is you got to scroll down for it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay.
So the double hit that makes 2 points is 15, 10, 2, 9, 4. No,
Everything
sorry.
that
It
wasn't
is.
a Whopper sprung the 23-18. So
That's
Karen
right.
called
Yeah.
that one right.
So it's important to get that checker out, which to me, that makes a lot of sense. Karen was talking about, the possibility that you can kind of get stuck back there. Things can get
Yes.
weird.
If you don't get a 5 or a 6,
Right.
Is this, you've said before, Jason, that a 4 point board is more than you think. I think this
And-
may be an example of that.
Yeah, 4 is more than you think, 5 is less than you think. No. Yeah, 5 is less than you think. All right, so they came in on the 22 point, played 12-6. Now we got a 4-3 to play.
It would be interesting to see the previous position and how it would be at money game to
Oh,
compare.
right.
How about that?
Actually, that's a good idea. Let me do that right now.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Because here we are at DMP, so we are playing a match, and it is basically whoever wins this game wins the match, and there's no gammons in play. Like that, gammons don't mean anything.
In a
So
money
that's
game
probably
could be some gammon, so the play could be different. Okay, I understand. Yes. Thank you.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here you go. I've set it to be
Then I think it's 9-4 twice and 7-2 twice for sure. Still not
Well,
true.
it is
still doesn't like it.
but it's better positioned
It's
than in the other than the
right.
DMP thing, right?
It's less bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay, so
Okay.
does this answer for you, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I can take a look at it better at the
Right.
recording with the recording later. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, ooh,
Interesting.
let me go back to where we were. Okay. Now we're back to where it's DMP, and we have a 4-3 to play.
18-11 and just bide time.
I can't really imagine there's another
Yeah,
play.
that sounds good. I mean, that's right. That's
Keep the
Thank
5, the full prime, right?
yes,
Keep the prime, and there's no other options if you do.
sure.
Yeah. We don't want to get hit because of the danger of trying to extricate.
Yes.
Okay. So let's not vote on this.
Can't get hit this way.
Yeah. All right.
No, just to get out, we hit with a 1
Yeah.
to move 11 to 7, I suppose.
I'm willing to take the risk of them picking up our checker on the 2 hit, and then I guess 11-7, not 8-4. And the 8-4 is fun to look at, but not at the score.
Okay, I am going to put this one up to a vote. Okay, now while we're voting on that, okay, so I just put up a few candidates to vote on. One of them is to hit, and the other one is to just slide forward. I kind of think the hitting, to me, the idea is just to make it easier to escape.
Exactly.
Yes.
Precisely. Yes.
I think the hitting part is less consequential.
Yes, agreed.
Okay,
Especially
I
at
think
DMP.
all the votes are to hit, so we'll do that.
And while the hitting isn't too big a deal, it does speed up the chance how soon he would start crunching if you don't roll like a 3-1 now, for example.
Yeah. All right, well, now we got some problems to deal with.
So check the previous plane, please.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's do that. A lot closer than I would have thought.
And one we didn't consider.
2-1.
Yeah.
Even
that was-
7-2-1. Really?
That's a
Just-
bizarre looking play.
Just wasting a pip there because you can.
I wish I had a good explanation for you.
Maybe it's like, you know how a dilly builder on the 2 has nowhere else to go except the 1 point. Maybe it's like a similar idea. Like, what else is
Possibly.
that blot gonna do? Yeah.
I can tell you one reason why I think the hitting play is not a total wipeout is because by setting another checker back, you're helping their timing.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, now what are we gonna do?
Pray for better dice next time.
Roll again.
Fear the rear.
Again,
Yeah.
this is where you
Yeah.
exercise your once in a match right to re-roll the dice.
That's
There we
pretty
go.
bad.
I would like that to be a roll, actually. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Well,
there is
I guess
a-
it's 10-9 and 10-7. I mean, geez,
Yeah, I
I
don't see
imagine
anything
that-
else.
Okay, what about 9-8, 9-6?
I like that better. It's more distributed.
Yeah, a little more
he gets
flexible.
out with 6s and 5s. The other way,
Okay,
however,
but now
it
let's
allow
go
it,
back to the other
he only
one.
gets out with 6s.
They only can get
However,
out with sixes. That's right. So that might be some
That's a good
consideration.
point.
yeah.
And if you get out with the 6, you have to give up a point. It's not from their spare
Yeah,
builder.
that's right.
Yes.
Can't go 3 to 9. Must go 4 to 10. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if we clear the 9 point, it gives them an easy way to gain timing to not have to break their board by escaping the checker on the 3. So I
If
don't
we
think
do this,
that's,
do we have
yeah.
any bad numbers? Not immediately. Everything plays okay. 6s, 5s, 4s.
Double 4s is okay. Yeah, 9 to 5 3 times.
Double
5 to
4s.
1
I could
So,
live with
yeah.
double 4s.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fun
think
fact.
nothing is completely awful.
There's a variant of Backgammon that allows you to re-roll your dice once per match or per game or something. So
Yeah.
that would have been a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it brings in some more strategy. Like when do you use it? And
Yes.
Exactly.
and then if one player has used it and the other hasn't, then there's a significant advantage to that.
It's
How much
almost
they
like owning
value.
the cube.
Yeah,
like an
it's kind
advantage
of
like
right.
owning the
Kind of
cube.
like owning the cube.
Yeah.
Before we close the vote on this, I want to look at something that's probably incredibly stupid. I just want to see it.
Okay.
5276.
5276. That's creative.
That's for sure.
And I'm not going to say I'm immediately opposed to it. It's a very interesting idea.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting.
I'm not
I
sure I have the
mean-
guts to pull that play, but it
I
is
definitely do not have the guts. But I get what you're going after with this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and vote. I even have Rick's crazy play in there. Okay, the votes are pretty overwhelmingly for clearing from the back. Rick, did you vote for your own crazy play?
No, someone else did. Someone
Oh,
else gets
wow.
the smug equity if it's right.
It wasn't me.
But
Wow.
thank you, whoever did.
All right,
I have more
let's
faith in
find.
you than yourself, right?
Okay, so XG likes our play. Let's find Rick's play.
You scrolled past it. It was up
I
there.
scroll past it.
Yeah. 7652. There it is. 103.
Oh, not awful. All right.
Is that what's called a Whopper, Jason?
Yeah, anything over 100, I'd call it a Whopper. But
Okay.
this is creative, so you know.
Was it what's his face? Paul
McGreal?
No, not Paul, not him.
Oh, Weaver.
Weaver. Is he the one who came up with that Whopper thing?
He might have.
I think he did.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, it was Kent Golding. I think it was Paul
Okay,
Weaver.
all right. So, Bill, I'm gonna have to ask around, see if I can find out who
Okay,
invented
I just curious.
Yeah,
I've been,
now
I've
you got
been
me
eating
curious.
Whopper. I've been eating Whoppers since 1968. It's the best fast food burger in the world.
Okay, so they played 21-15 and then hit us on the 2 points. So now we have a 5-2 to play.
Ah, nice
You've
roll.
got to come in on the two. It's forced.
Okay, good move.
Now,
What are you doing giving
I
us
don't think
options?
I don't
Good
think hitting on
options.
the
That's not
18
your
is right.
style.
I think we should make the 2 point from the 7.
Ah, okay.
I-
So Bill
I
Powell wants
think
to
we
make the
jump
2
out
point.
and hit him again, and if he hits us, then he's not making his board any better because he has no one else around, no other builders.
I think getting him off the edge. So hitting 9-4.
Okay, yeah, I think that's worth considering. And does nobody like hitting on the 18?
Yeah, I just advocated for that.
Oh, okay. And what was your argument?
That if he does come in on the 2, it's not like he's going to be able to make his board any better. He has no other builders around there. So it's just going to, we will have time to get out and get around.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I've got the voting open, so if you want to cast a vote. Bill, this is working for you? You're able to vote now?
Well, I did. Now for some reason I can't find the little thing on the bottom of my screen here.
Oh,
Wait, no dogs. Oh, I don't get it. Can I just do Sligo 1296 again?
you ought to be
You
able
can
to. Yeah.
refresh the page, I think, yes.
Okay, looks like the
Oh,
votes
here I
are
am.
to come
Here
out.
I am. So 13, 18, it's only one thing.
Yeah, well, the entering is forced, so I didn't put that in there.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
what to do with the 5.
we only got to decide how to play the 5. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Let's see. I guess I like this one after all.
Okay, it's pretty close.
Yep.
But the 23-18 has won the day. Let's make that play and take a peek. Whoa. Wide difference. I think it's the value of escaping. Just got to get out. All right, so they hit us with 1. We danced. They came in and reestablished their 21-point anchor. That's not good. And now we have a 6-2 to play.
Well,
My center court.
Just run out.
Yeah, 17. Got it. No direct shot.
Yeah.
Nobody likes 18-12, right? You're still stuck back there and you give them a direct shot. Okay, let's just come on out. All right. 6-5.
We hit a double shot. Oh, we don't really care about hitting. We just want to not get hit.
Yeah, we just want to come home. We don't want to get into any fights here.
Looks like 12 squared to me.
Yeah, just make the 12.
we could do 13-11 for flexibility since they
Yes.
still don't really have very many shots at us, but I don't see any real advantage to that. I wanted to think about it, but I don't think we need to do it.
This play here.
Yeah.
It has some merit, certainly.
It's 6-1, 6-3. It gives them 4 shots in exchange for a little more flexibility on our next turn. But I don't know that we need to give them those 4 shots.
Yeah, I think this again comes down to their 4 prime means that when we get hit, we could have some problems getting out of there.
Yeah.
And that gives them a route to
I
victory.
mean, if we make the 12 points, the only problematic row as I can see is 2-1 because it leaves a plot on the 12. No,
Well,
there's
no, then we
one,
play from the
the
7 and
3-2 as
9.
well. Well, yeah,
Two of the
quite a few
chickens on the
mixed-
step.
6-1. 6-1
Yeah.
and 5-1 are Where 5-1's the problematic, I guess.
Hmm.
But again, it's no worse than what we would voluntarily be leaving now, so I don't see any real reason to voluntarily leave the shots.
Why
Odd.
5-1? You can play 12-6 with 5-1. What's the great danger with that one?
Well, no more, pretty much the same as what we were talking about if we just leave the combo
Ah.
shot now. So yeah,
Uh,
no real reason.
All right, since we've talked about it, let's go ahead and vote on this one.
I'm gonna
All right.
guess it's not gonna be a big difference though.
No, I don't know actually. I think there could be some difference.
I still got the one from last time up here, 2318 star. How come? Oh, I have to
Maybe we
refresh or something.
refresh. Yeah.
Okay, I see 18, 12, 17, 12 now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there was a small difference.
And
And
the other
18, 13, 17, 11 came out on top. How do you like that?
13 was actually better.
Yeah.
Amazing.
so
Okay.
I would never do it over the board.
What did they do
Rich
here?
again didn't vote for his own idea. So
I'm a theoretician. I'll leave it to the engineers to actually put it into practice.
Rick, you're losing your smug equity here. Hey, how do you like this play for XG? 10, 5, 4, 2.
4-2.
Yeah.
Wait, so why did XG didn't knows what the best play is, but didn't play its own
Because
best
I'm
play?
not having it play with double plus. I'm having it play with 2-ply. So it makes a few mistakes.
Okay.
It's the
All right.
lowest level you can play at where the mistakes that it makes look sort of normal. You can play at lower levels, but then it starts doing really, really bizarre things that nobody would ever do.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. 6-4 to play.
Like the way that fills gaps.
Break the 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks pretty
6-8.
easy, right?
Looks awesome.
Okay, let's just do it. Oh, maybe we should have voted?
Yeah, we
Oh,
should
wow.
have.
Some other
Wow.
ideas.
Leave
Huh.
the 12, play it to the 5.
Huh.
Oh, because he has the 2 shots that he's left us. If he does get the miracle combo to hit us, then that actually is
Yeah.
counterproductive for him.
Okay, now what do we do? Oh, there's too many
7
choices.
to 5 with the first 2.
Yeah, 7 to 5.
Then
Seems...
5 twice for sure.
9-7 maybe.
Is there any reason not just to break the 9?
Well, let's see. I think I could come up with a reason.
9 to 8 3 times, and then
Okay,
8 to
here's your
7
reason.
once.
Our 4s play very poorly.
Yes.
And it gives them a nice 5 that you don't currently have.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Yep.
really would like them to crunch their board. If they
Yep.
crunch their board, they really have very little chance of winning.
Yep.
So actually,
Okay, then just
the fact
divvy
that
them up.
4s play
9 to
poorly is
5.
an argument for putting
9 to
spares on the
5.
6 or the 5. So this is a good place for a checker on the 5 point.
Yes.
7.
I think 9-7, so effectively just 9-5 the whole way.
Bill Powell, did you say 7 to 5 twice? Was that what you were?
I did.
Okay. Should I put that in there?
And then 9 to 5 is well, I'm sorry. No, I said 7 to 5 is 2 of the ones.
Oh,
And then my next 2 was from 9 to, so essentially my play is 9 to 5.
okay. All right. So then, all right, I won't put 7 to 5 twice in there. I want to put in basically 8 to 5, 7 to 6. See, I want to see what that looks like.
It's reasonable.
Wait, then it would be okay, yeah. I see.
Why
But,
would I want
it-
Fours
this?
play well from here.
So
Double
question.
6s is a problem.
So when clearing
Sixes
from
are a problem, yes.
So when clearing from the rear, it's very bad to leave like 3 spares on the
Yes.
last point and 2 on the following one. But is it also true for this situation here with 2 anchors and we are
Well,
not actually bearing off yet?
yeah, we're not bearing off yet. I'm really not sure. I mean, some of it could be, the idea that maybe we want to hang on to this 9 point a little bit longer to force them to crunch. I mean, we certainly don't want to break it now because the only way that they can escape and preserve what little forward structure they have is to roll a 6, which is why we don't want to break the 9 now.
Yep. For sure.
So what
I'm
if
not
we
sure
make it
why I'm interested in this play. There's something about this that
what
is
if we make
calling
it
to me in some weird
like a
way.
little compromise by doing 9 to 8 so the spare is on the second one
Ah,
somehow? Yeah, and then like move to the 5
7
and
to
then the last
5.
one could be, well, I don't know, 8 to 7, but at least the spare is now in a better place, I think.
that's effectively 9 to 5.
True. Fair enough. Oh, yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yes.
That was my point.
Okay.
9 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 5. Although,
So,
from what he was suggesting, it did open the possibility of putting a stack of 4 on the 8 and 2 on the 9 and 7. But now 7 5 7 6.
like, so
This feels
That
this feels less good somehow.
it's less flexible, but it doesn't have the odd numbers at the trail that all the others
Yeah,
do.
It's
you're
true.
conditioned to hate
Even.
you're conditioned to hate this, the odd on the outside and the even on the second one. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I don't think it's going to be right. This okay, this is the play that I was thinking about, but it doesn't feel right. Okay.
tough
Uh,
one.
have we voted? Yes, lots of votes are in. All right,
See.
so I think the vote is for this. Okay, let's go back and look. And
That
yeah,
mine.
interesting. Not
Close.
much difference at all between any of these plays. Okay, now they've pretty much broken down. Good thing we didn't break the 9 point, right? Because then they would have
Yes.
escaped
To
with
get
a
out.
5. So we made their position really quite ugly.
Yes.
Okay, this is where we are. One more, and they'll be pretty much toast.
So
8 to
5-2 for us
1.
now.
Yeah, 5-2 up for us. Yeah,
8 to 1.
8-1.
on
I
that
agree.
jumped out at me too.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
We're doing them a favor if we hit on the 2.
Yes.
So basically, this is the 5, and then we're trying to figure out the 2. Is there any reason why you might do this?
It's possible.
Uh,
It's less evenly distributed, but it's not ridiculous.
yeah, if we do that and we roll like a double 5 or double 6, don't we get like really don't we leave them like a
It's
triple
okay.
shot or something? Or a
Oh,
double shot?
Double six
sixes
plays all
are
right.
great. Fives
Like,
are good.
Fives. Fives don't play that great.
Well, we'd have to leave one open, but
like
Okay,
if we
now
roll double
if we do it this way and roll double 5s,
then we can do 7 to 2 4 times and then we're fine.
or
I
even
guess.
better, 7 to 2 3 times, 6 to 1.
correct.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
So,
Let's vote.
so the last option was which one? 3 to
It's the
1,
one that I
right?
suggested, which is
Eight.
this, but
So that option
I do
is
so with very little enthusiasm.
7. Yeah, so this option is bad for big doubles. 8 to 1 is better for yeah.
All right, looks like the votes are in to play 8 to 1. So let's do it. Oh, they sprung a checker. Just what we didn't want them to do. So they've just barely held together this 4-point board.
Yep.
Sorry,
and
Gives
let's
him
go
gives
on.
him a puncher's chance.
that was it.
Okay, very little difference.
They're getting out
We
with a
didn't even
six.
talk about these plays that hit on the 2-point.
That's true.
All right, so they sprung a checker, they rolled a 6-1 and popped the checker out. Now we have a 6-2 to play.
7-1. 7-5.
Yeah, why not?
I concur.
Yeah, this has got to be it, right? Because
Yes.
the only other 6 is here. We're not doing that.
And you don't have a cover.
We don't
You
have.
already got a blot. That's yeah,
Yep.
it's got to be right.
Okay,
Gotta
this
be.
plays itself.
That
Oh.
was nice.
That
Oh,
hurt
They,
him.
they rolled double 4s.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye to what little board you had left. How can we possibly lose this now?
You mean-
Don't say that.
I've lost worse. I've lost from a stronger
8
position than
2
this.
7 2.
There's no choice but to point on him, even though I don't. That's not what I would want to do.
8 2 7 2.
It's a choice. You can play 6-1 with the 5, but I wouldn't recommend it.
His board is wide open, plus we may pick up another.
Yeah, I think you gotta do it.
Okay, and can anybody see anything else that they like? I mean,
If
what
you're not
about
doing?
you don't want to do this? You only play with 1 blot. I'm not saying it's the move
Too
I
many
want to make.
gaps all over the place.
This is 11 returns. The other way is 3 3 3 3 4 4 4. There's 2 blots, but there's only that's only 4 numbers.
Yeah.
4 5. That's 6 numbers.
3 5.
7 numbers.
Oh, you're right. 3 5 3 5. You're right. 3 3 4 3 5 4 5 3 3 4 4. So that's 8.
8 numbers. Okay.
That's still less than 11.
Yeah.
And we pick up another point. So
And it gets them off the 2-point, which could make it easier to bear in.
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's gotta be it. Yeah.
All right, let's vote.
Problem is the audio is not too strong here, but there's not much we can do.
All right. It appears to be unanimous to point on the deuce. So here we go. And pretty close. Okay. They danced, and now we have a 5-1.
Mhm.
6 1 8 7.
That's playing too scared for me.
7.
Just trying to get him home.
7. I would do 7 2 and either 9 8 or 8 7. Start bringing him in.
8 or 8 7. All right, that's 8 to 2. Okay. All right, let's look at some of these. Okay. 6 to 1, 8 to 7.
It's safe.
Yeah, safe. 9 8 7 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
Reasonable.
finally 8 to 2. This is the one I like the least, I think. Just considering the scenarios where they come in. And even if
You
they
go back
don't
to
hit
go.
us. I think it's harder to clear the 9-point because you only have 2 landing spots. Okay, I want to look at this other play again like this. It's easier to clear the 8 because you have landing spots. You have 3 different landing spots for these.
Nine only has two hang spots. That's a good point.
Okay, now what about this other play? That's going to require you to clear the 9 and the 7.
Yep.
It puts them on the bar, but I don't know that being on the bar is
Well,
that.
this one, if we roll 5 or 6s, we can clear the 7. And if we don't roll 5 or 6s, we can clear the 9. So I guess that's flexible, like, sort of. Seems like it at first glance.
Well, you might be forced to do both.
6-4.
6-4. Whoa.
That's a quadruple shot with them presumably already out.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have my choice. I'm going to vote now.
No, 6-4 could play 8-1, 5-2. 5-1, sorry. 8-1, 5-1. Sorry,
I thought you were talking
7-1,
about if we
5-1.
left it as the 9 and 7 points made. I was looking beyond that.
Yeah, then you go 7-1 and 5-1 for
Oh.
Yeah, with
It's only one.
6-4
It's only
here,
one.
you go 7-1, 5-1.
That's
With
true.
6-4, right?
Hmm.
All right, what are we doing here? 8-7-6-1. I think that's what I said. Can't remember what they look like.
8-7-6-1 would look like this.
I got it. No, I voted.
Okay. All right. We need some more
Not sure
votes
about
in here.
this
We're
one.
tied right now between 8-7-6-1 and 9-8-7-2. Still tied.
I just broke the vote here. Yeah.
I might change my vote. I don't know. I don't care. It's really close, I think. Well, there's a lot to worry about when he got that crashed board.
Yeah. Okay. This came out on top. 10 votes in. All right. Pretty good. Okay, let's do this play. And let's see what XG says. Photo finish. 8-7-6-1, slightly behind. We're in pretty good shape no matter what we do. Like, even if we get hit, it's hardly a disaster.
And
think
nobody voted for 8-2.
Nobody voted for 8-2.
Really? No one did, huh?
Yeah, because it seemed harder to clear the 9 after.
All right, so they stepped out with to the 18.
Yep.
And now we've got a 4-2 to play. And now we're gonna
9-5. Ooh.
And you have no 2.
That's a bummer.
9-7.
How about 9-7,
5-1.
6,
9-7,
5-1? Yeah,
5-1.
that's good.
Yeah,
9-7, 5-1. That's
I like it.
So that's this. That's not bad. They only hit us with 3, 4, and double threes.
And double
4 shots. Okay. Is there anything else that we should consider? No, it doesn't seem like there's much else, right? Okay, are we good with this? No vote?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay. Yep. It's good.
All right.
They fail. 2-1 for us. Clear the 8. Oh, wait, we have a 4. No, we're going back to 4.
9-7, 8-7. Oh, 4. We're looking at it.
Jason brought the 4-2 back.
Yeah. Okay, they danced, and now we got a 2-1.
8-7-8-6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clear the 8.
8-7-8-6. That's got to be it, because otherwise, what are you gonna do? Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to play risky, like bringing in the 8 and the 8-6-7-6. I don't see any reason to do that.
No. The 7-point is not so hard to clear.
Landing spot.
Okay, we're good with this?
Yep.
Yeah.
When it's forced, it just does it for us. Okay.
Yep.
Of course.
Well, this one's forced. Oh, no. Yeah,
5
this
off,
is
5-2.
not forced.
No, this one's not forced.
The 5-2 is forced.
Yes.
Check the previous play, please. The Was
I think
making
you
the
go
7
6.
correct. Oh, not so correct.
Wow. 8-6-7-6.
It isn't. Oh, it is, well,
Leaving the blood on the 8 point on purpose. Really?
well, yes.
And you don't have a point to clear. Get out
Yeah,
while you can. I don't know. I'm not smart
that's
enough for that.
probably it. Yes.
Okay, so they danced. Then we had this force play. Then they popped the checker out, and now we have a 5-3 to play. I think
I'd see.
there's
5,
6
5
1
off,
5 2.
5
plays,
2.
right?
6 1 5 2.
There's only two choices.
I say 5 off, 5 3.
So that's one play.
Yep.
And this is the other play.
It
Yes.
looks more flexible at first glance. So, yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think there's any shots after this, right? But if we do this, 6-3
Mm-hmm.
and
You,
just 6-3
oh
leaves
no,
a shot.
6 2 is okay.
6-2 is okay.
3 was bad, I think. No, it wasn't. Never mind.
All right, let's vote. Maybe we can finish this game by 6 o'clock. All right, votes are in for 6
I just
1
sent mine.
5 2.
This is another one where I wouldn't be surprised if it's different if it was a money game because
Yeah.
we don't care about the gammon. So
Right.
otherwise, I might take the 5 off.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, almost no difference.
Taking the guy off was a little bit better, huh?
Actually, can
Well,
you go back to that? Can you go back
yeah.
to that?
So the one explanation is when your opponent has no board to speak of, you can afford to be more aggressive with bearing off
Yes.
checkers.
But what I was checking actually was the gammons that we're talking about. And it was the other way is only 1% better on gammons too. So really, it's not even that big a deal.
Right. Okay, they brought a check around. They're trying to reestablish a 4-point board. Now we have a 5-1 to play.
1 off to 6.
Yeah.
Better, yeah.
How daring are you?
Why not 5? Why not 5 off, 1 off?
Yeah,
That's
off,
what I
1 off.
like. 5 off, 1 off, I like.
Put that in there.
Gives us
Well,
more gammons, but that's not relevant.
that's probably more risky because of the 3-2 structure. on
This
the
will
first and
blot
second
on a
one.
6-4. They both blot on a 6-3. If you take the checker off the 6-point, you won't blot on a 6-4.
5-3 now is bad.
It was anyway, wasn't it?
But I'm just listing numbers he didn't list. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, the other way 5-3 is not bad because you can just break the 5-point.
That's true.
Which is more dangerous because it leaves a gap. So
Yeah.
it might be a slightly more dangerous long term.
Okay, let's vote.
We're going 5-1 now. Go over there. Get response.
All right. We're going to take the checker off.
6 off, send it.
And yeah, a little bit better. Not much. Okay, double threes.
6-3
They
twice.
rolled double sixes and popped out 2 checkers.
6 to 3 twice. And take it off.
Off, yes.
That's the only way to play safe, right?
Yep.
Okay, we better do it because they do have some potential now for making a
Oh yeah,
4-point
they can make
board.
that 4-point board easily.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
did you check the 6 off
Yeah.
or 5 off?
it's close.
Okay.
And if gammons were in play, you'd win more gammons taking the 2 checkers off.
Yes.
Right.
And so I think with gammons in play, I would have taken the 2 off because their board is trashed. Okay, let's take these off. Okay, good night. We win.
Nicely done.
Okay, we played very well in this match, 4.5, and the timing is sort of perfect here. We
Where is it?
5 minutes.
I'm sorry, Jason, where does it say we're 4.5? I'm not seeing it.
The
At
bottom
left.
left-hand corner.
Thank you. I see it now.
4.59.
Yes, I see it now. Yeah, thank you. I was looking in the
Okay.
right place. Okay.
It's a good place to stop. Thank you all for joining us at the Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session. If you're interested in joining us for the study session or for our weekly tournaments, send us an email at midatlanticbg@gmail.com.